slaves, if you will. No? Okay, that will get cut out.
Peace, everybody. Welcome to Regularly Re. Yes. Like, comment, subscribe, and support the boy.
Peace, everybody. Welcome back to Regular. What's going on with you?
Is he okay? It's worrying, huh?
I come bearing compadres. Each introduce thyself.
Sure.
Good day. Let's start over here.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
You do a lot.
That's fine.
I don't find you funny.
Oh, shit.
Hi, everyone.
You started with good day, too.
Did I say good day?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, camera action. Great. Justin, just go first.
Must I go first?
Yeah.
What's good, everybody? Can I do my thing?
It ain't the way I wanted it. I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
What's good, everybody? You got Justin here. Welcome to Regularly
See, it also trips you.
Re. I said it fine.
You went regularly.
That is literally how you pronounce the word.
But you
Am I
wrote it
wrong?
down.
Huh?
I think you're doing well.
Hi, everyone. I'm Luthando. Welcome to Regularly.
I don't know if anybody understands.
Okay, today's video is very sweet, very introspective. So the first question is, what lesson did you learn this year?
A lesson we learned this year.
Did I stutter?
I learned to appreciate and lean on people for support. So in the past, let me look at you guys. Make me feel this.
Oh, say less.
In the past, especially during 2020, there's a lot of around self-care, and of course in terms of like protecting your mental health, you kind of had to think of ways of doing that by yourself. Makes sense. But then after 2020, I still did a lot of that. Whereas this year, I went through really challenging times, but I would say the people in my life, including you two, really helped me deal with most of the stuff instead of just processing the stuff by myself. Yeah, that was just a big lesson, just to lean on people, appreciate their support, and yeah, that was my biggest lesson.
Maybe the biggest lesson I learned this year, I think, I kind of know everything, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking. I think maybe what I learned this year is like, I'm kind of committed to making myself be heard a bit more. Heard. Like, just in terms of like saying or like expressing how I feel about a certain thing. You know, it's just about like being a bit more honest, like with myself and with other people. Like if I do like something or I don't like something, like just rather putting it out there, like kind of like externalizing it rather than keeping it to myself and like letting my think tank take hold of it. So I think I'd say that's the best way to describe it. It's just letting yourself be heard. I don't think you don't have to be listened to. For me, I don't mind that people don't listen to what I say sometimes, but as long as you hear me though, it's important to be heard, in my opinion.
I don't get the difference.
Because like if it's inside of you, like then it's there. It's just bouncing between your own internal walls of thought. But like being heard, speaking it out, is actually externalizing it, and you free it from the entrapment of your own cycle of overthinking.
I see.
Yeah.
I do get that. It's the listening and hearing.
Yeah, because I mean, like sometimes people don't actually listen to what you're saying, but as long as I'm saying it though, as long as you're hearing me, there's not much I can do after that.
what was my lesson? That life is uncertain, and that's okay. Because I like having things like structured and planned out and things like this. But this year, that was not the case. Nothing went to plan. At least I learned to appreciate that good things can come out of uncertainty.
As a spectator, hearing this, it appears that you handled the uncertainty well. Because I don't know, did you see him
I saw him a bit
shaky?
flustered at a time or two.
Interesting.
When was this?
No, just throughout the year.
Indeed.
1,000 yards there.
1,000 yards there. Yes. I don't know. I don't think I tried to hide it.
Maybe like once.
Once?
But you were very much like, yeah.
I think maybe my personality, like it doesn't maybe come across in the ways people usually express, like anxiety or stress. But I definitely put it on display. I think
Okay.
it was out there. Well, at least I'd like to think so. Were you guys comfortable throughout the year? Very easy day.
I think it was the most challenging year for me. I'll say the past 3 months have been hectic.
The last 3 months. The last 3 months.
The past 3 months.
I'm realizing that now.
Hey! I wasn't even looking forward to holidays because I was like, I don't know what am I gonna do. I wasn't gonna enjoy my holidays. So yeah, with me, when I'm uncertain and very anxious, I'm very much loud about it. I'm a dramatic person, everyone knows. Tell me it's not okay. But yeah.
And then my question was going to be, these lessons, did you learn them for the first time this year, or was it just like really taking them home this year?
I think it's like always something that I like kind of knew I had to do more of, but yeah, I think maybe this year especially, it's just been the time where I've actually committed to it, like, you know, really applied myself to being more direct in how I feel and what I believe in.
Have you faced resistance in that?
No, I think it's been very liberating.
Why do you think, what sparked that?
Truth be told, it's kind of like an avoidance of like the consequence of being direct and honest. So like it's funny because me and Amira, my girlfriend,
it's a total fabrication.
thing, like I would have this weird thing where I would tell so many white lies because like I was like kind of like afraid of like the consequences of small truths. Like even if like it would be weird because like I'd be like, yo, I'm coming home at 10, but I'd come home at 10:30. Do you get what I mean? Like it's just like this kind of like the muddied truth was more convenient than the honest truth for me. And so I don't know, like this year, like through conversation, I just like realized that all like the white lies and all the muddy truths just keep on building up, and you kind of have to like, you know, dance around it at times, and you have to keep up with it. It's just better to, if there is such a thing as the consequence, because sometimes there wouldn't even be consequences, but it's just better to have the consequences here and there than rather just like let it pile up and accumulate, you know, all the interest of the consequence. And just face it there, face value one time, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it now.
You enjoy facing the consequences?
Yeah, I do.
So I would say in terms of leaning on people, it was new when it came to friends. Because before it was, I just called my mom, brother, my dad. That was the routine. I would say I really like internalized the support from my family. Not just my like immediate family, also extended. Beginning, I'd say close, towards the end of last year, I was like, wow, I just had like this overwhelming amount of appreciation and love for my family. And then coming into this year, I realized that also I can also get a different type of support, but I can get that kind of support from friends. So yeah,
this year was probably the first year where I encountered the whole life uncertainty thing. Because I really don't like uncertainty. I like to know what's gonna happen, exactly when it's gonna happen. But this year, like I said, didn't go according to plan, but good things still happened, which was told me to just be appreciative of like the moment now, because I couldn't call what was gonna happen the next day. It was a mess. Alrighty, on to the next question then.
Boom.
The best moment of the year, or
I'll go first. I think I've told you guys this before. Like, I don't necessarily cherish if you plan something and then it leads up to something and then there's the big event.
Yeah.
I tend to gloss over those things. Like those things don't really stick in my mind as much as the things that happen between those things. Like for instance, for me, and I think going forward, what I'll remember in terms of socializing or whatever in honors is not the moments for example if we went out or whatever. For me, the moments I'll remember most fondly is the time spent just before a class, just before hanging out just before we're on the way to a class or after a class, those small and I think I've used this phrase before, the meaningful intermissions between meaningless events. Those are my best moments. So these miscellaneous, scattered, random moments that don't really have a time or a place. I just kind of remember.
Yeah, I think I actually had the same thing. There was just various little snapshots in the year where you sat, you took maybe a second to yourself and be like, this is really nice. I remember when I first came here and we were writing those tests and then I saw you and you gave me that hug.
That was also one of my thingy, because it's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, but it was it came after because the conditions I came here were just ridiculous. So I was like, whoa. So those kinds of things really mean a lot.
I got 3. Wow. 3 main ones that represent other things as well. So yeah, I think my first one was bumping into you, not bumping, but he was sitting there about to write his test, he's got his pens, whatever. And I'm like, yeah! And then you're like, oh my gosh, yeah. So it was nice, that was a cute reunion. And then the second one was with my graduation. So I had the dinner thing and then there was speeches and stuff. And I think the one that still stays with, well, all of them stay with me, but one I can almost bring me to tears immediately is when my brother was it's crazy. Essentially saying it's crazy how he's seen me in a graduation gown and how proud he is. And I mean, you always hear that from maybe hear that from your parents. So from my older brother, that means a lot. And then the third one was, it's not a moment, but the times where we hang out. I am always laughing with these two.
Yeah.
Now with the album out, are you paying?
It's one of the best, I would say, times that I've had this year, just laughing instead of doing a project. Well, Justin was very focused. Me and Rhea just...
No, you were focused, but you look at the output and it was what was the point?
So interesting, because you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. That was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit.
You sat there for hours. No, just kidding. A big delete.
But yeah, those are my 3. Essentially, just socializing. Especially also making new friends with the honors group. I just looked forward to going to class because it was it was a good time. It was very nice people.
Great. Alright. That covers the video for today. Thank you for watching. Anything you guys want to say before this one closes?
It's nice. Fun times.
Fun times indeed. From us here.
What are you looking at? What? What are you looking at?
What do you say? Why are you putting your hand up?
It was a lead up.
Say it.
God did.
Wow, how disappointing was that?
Should we move on to another one?
Absolutely.
They're gonna keep that in.
I don't think so. God did indeed. Peace, everybody.